Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video. We're going to read Revelation chapter 18. I'm sorry I am alive. If y'all have been worrying about me, I was at my grandmother's. We're at the beach house for the week, but I am going back for another 2 weeks. I will have my Bible, but if I don't post, then we'll get back to it when we get back to it. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. It's a long chapter today, so let's stop the yapping and let's get cracking. 11. I'm struggling over the first word. Lament over fallen Babylon. After this, I saw another angel coming down from heaven. He had a great authority, and the earth was illuminated by his splendor. With a mighty voice he shouted, fallen is Babylon the Great. She has become a dwelling for demons, and a haunt for every impure spirit, a haunt for every unclean bird, a haunt for every unclean and detestable animal. For all the nations have drunk the maddening wine of her adulteries. Of the king of the earth committed adultery with her, and the merchants of the earth drew witch from her excessive luxuries. Warning to escape Babylon's judgment. Then I heard another voice from heaven say, come out of her, my people, so that you will not share in her sins, so that you will not receive any of her plagues. For her sins are pulled up to heaven, and God has remembered her crimes. Give back to her as she has given. Pay her back double for what she has done. Pour her a double portion for her own cup. Give her as much torment and grief as the glory and luxury she gave herself. In her heart she boasts, I sit enthroned as queen, and I'm not a widow. I would never mourn, therefore in one day her plagues will overtake her. Death, mourning, and famine, she will be consumed by fire. For mighty is the Lord who judges her. The threefold woe over Babylon's fall. When the king of the earth, who committed adultery with her and shared her luxuries, see the smoke of her burning, they will weep and mourn over her. Terrified of her torment, they will stand far off and cry, woe, woe to you, great city, you mighty cry at Babylon. In 1 hour your doom has come. And the merchants of the earth will weep and mourn over her, because no one buys their cargoes anymore. Cargoes of gold, silver, precious stones, and pearls, fine linen, purple skin, and sacred cloth, every sort of citron wood, and articles of every kind made of ivory, kosher wood, bronze, iron, and marbles. Cargoes of cinnamon and spice, of incense, myrrh, and frankincense, of wine and olive oil, of fine flour and wheat, cattle, sheep, horses, and cartridges, and human beings sold as slaves. They will say, the fruit of you long for is gone from you. All your luxury and splendor have vanished, never to be recovered. The merchants who sold these things and gained their wealth from her will stand far off, terrified of her torment. They will weep and mourn and cry out, woe, woe to you, great city, dressed in fine linen, purple and scarlet, and girdling with gold, precious stones, and pearls. In 1 hour such great wealth has been brought to ruin. Every sea captain and all travel by ship, and the sailors and all who earn their livings from the sea will stand far off when they see the smoke of her burning. They will exclaim, where was there ever a city like this great city? They will throw dust on their heads, and they will weep, and with weeping and mourning cry out, woe, woe to you, great city. There all who had ships on the sea became rich through her wealth. In 1 hour she has been brought to ruin. Rejoice over her, you heavens. Rejoice, you people of God. Rejoice, apostles and prophets, for God has judged her with the judgment she imposed on you. The finality of Babylon's doom. Then a mighty angel picked up a boulder the size of a large millstone, and threw it into the sea, and said, with such violence the great city of Babylon will be thrown away, never to be found again. The music of harpists and musicians, pipers and trumpets will never be heard in you again. No worker of any trade will ever be found in you again. The sound of a milestone will never be heard in you again. The light of a lamp will never shine in you again. The voice of a bridegroom and bride will never be heard in you again. Your merchants were the world's important people. By your magic spell, all the mountains were led astray. In her fountains, the blood of the prophets and of God's holy people, of all who have been slaughtered on the earth. Lord of God, for the people of God, thanks be to God. Hope you have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.